You've made it to Chiro Hustle Live. Sit back and learn from the greatest influencers in the profession.
This week's episode is brought to you by Clothes for Chiro, Posture Screen, Chiro Thin, Imaging Services, Zingit Solutions, Chiro Moguls, Rhino Coaching, Local Gold, Dr. Peter Goldman's Zone School of Healing, Go Get Talks, Mahalo Wellness, 5-Star Management, The Goodman Factor, Chiro Health USA, and Fit to Lift. Let's hustle.
All right, everybody. Jim Chester coming to you live today with not a chiropractor, but an advocate of chiropractic. And this is Dr. Jack Wolfson, the paleocardiologist. And this guy is doing something really amazing coming up here in the beginning of the new year. When do you start your challenge?
Yeah, Jim, thank you so much. Great to be on with you again. I appreciate all you do for chiropractic with, certainly holistic health and wellness. But the carnivore challenge, this is going to be our second go. And actually, we're doing this on December 2nd is coming up right now. This one is closed because we got to prep for it and everything like that. We prep the people. We don't just let you fly into it blindly. So our next one is going to be January 6th, a 7-day carnivore challenge. And during that 7 days, we eat meat, seafood, and eggs. And it's fantastic. It's fantastic for overall health. It's fantastic to ring in the new year as far as how do we drop some weight, those New Year's resolutions, how do we keep them? And this is where the group all comes together and supports each other. And that'll be our third event. And again, just super excited and glad you're going to be in on the second challenge with us coming up next week.
Yeah, and I got some goodies here in this box, and I know that you're going to explain to me everything that's in this box. So you sent this out to me. I wanted to get it, so I signed up for the express delivery. So I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to show people exactly what's in it. And I'll kind of let you talk about the kit and maybe give some ideas around everything in the kit and how you designed it.
Sure thing. So, essentially we want to make sure people are prepared for the challenge of that week. We want to make sure they're healthy. So we've got 3 supplements, which you're about to open. We also have a health coaching visit that people have. We also have a digital download PDF that includes all the information about what foods to eat, what foods not to eat, all those different recipes where you can get the foods. So we're really there to be supportive. And then we do all this on Facebook. So it's a Facebook Live every day, and we're there, again, to support each other. Anybody can try and go carnivore for 7 days. Anybody can take supplements. Anybody can get a health coaching call. But again, doing all of this while being in support of all the other people that are in the group, that's really what the key is. Okay.
So first things first, I have this Paleo Multi.
Yes. All right. So the Paleo Multi is not a multivitamin, although it contains everything that a multivitamin would contain and more. But what it is, it's a multi-glandular, multi-organ complex. So as much as I tell people that you should be eating free-range grass-fed liver and kidney, sometimes it's tough for people to do so. So what do? We encapsulate all that and we put it into the into one tablet. So we got that there, and that is absolutely delicious. It's great to, again, prime the body for the challenge. That's what we use for that. So great product, really excited. And the company that makes that for us, they've been in business for 40 years. They get the cleanest animals on planet Earth. They're tested 6 ways from Sunday for contaminants. They are very young animals that are slaughtered in South America, free-range grass-fed once again. And it's, again, how do we get those organs into our body when most people aren't going to eat them? I want people to eat them for the challenge. So what we do is that we prime the body for that. Even if you don't eat them, eat the organs for the challenge, at least you get the Paleo Multi as well.
All right. So I think that I'm excited to see what this is all about and go through the process of the 7-day challenge with you and try out the Paleo Multi. And now the next thing we have is the Mange 5, I think is what it says.
Okay, so that right there, that's our magnesium product. So that we have 5 different forms of magnesium that are inside there. But the whole idea is we want to open up the body's detoxification pathways. We want to make sure that we're urinating well, and we're pooping well, if you will. So we want to make sure everybody's having a bowel movement on a daily basis. So we get people prepared by taking the magnesium at night, making sure you wake up every morning with a good bowel movement, and you continue that through the challenge. So you start it before the challenge, you do it during the challenge, and then if need be, of course, after the challenge. And we start these supplements 1 week before we get going. That's what we do.
All right. And then the next thing we have here is the heartbeat. It looks like it's full of beets.
Yes, so Heartbeat is a fantastic product, and it again, it's a great detoxifier, helps with liver health, with gut health, is a phenomenal source of vitamins and minerals as well. So that's what we want to get into people's bodies. We want to make sure that we're getting in all the products that they need for a healthy detoxification, a healthy challenge. And again, they start this for 7 days before. And those are the items that they get. And so far, so good. It's been really successful. And again, one of my favorite things about it really is just that team camaraderie. And then once you get in one challenge with us, once you pay the entry fee to get in there, so you get your supplements, you get the health coaching, you get the recipe guide, and then you get the inner circle access, the private access to our Facebook group. That is, is basically good for life. So all that information is in there, all the support is in there, and then we're going to keep doing these challenges probably on a monthly basis, because most people can use one of these kind of detoxes on a monthly basis, which is really actually easy. It's not a water fast, it's not a juice fast. It's, we're giving you all these amazing foods, and they're very healing, they're very nourishing, and they're very satiating. So our people are not really, they're so full all the time. And what it does, Jim, is that it allows the body to get the nutrients it needs and then start breaking down all that excess fat. And what better time to break down all that excess fat for the majority of people than right after New Year's? So the second challenge would be, or the third challenge of the set is going to be January 6th.
Yeah, I'm really excited to jump into the challenge with you because I see the benefits around a healthy heart and a healthy diet. And then I think what you're doing with this with the chiropractic community is super helpful as well. What does it look like on that 7-day challenge? What are people going to be eating? How's that break down with these supplements?
Yeah, so essentially the supplements are there kind of before, for the week before. So Jim, you open up the box today. Well, today's a great day to start doing it because now you've got 7 days until we start on December 2nd. So what we want people to do is to get in these products on for the next 7 days, so the body is primed to do so. And once we start the challenge, then it's going to be meat. So it could be ground beef, it could be lamb, it could be chicken, turkey, it could be pretty much anything from the meat category, anything from the seafood category. So it can be wild salmon, it can be mahi-mahi, it can be shellfish. I personally, I'm a big fan of sardines and anchovies, so I eat a lot of those on the challenge. So those are there as well. Another one of my kind of secret hacks is actually eating the salmon roe, and the salmon roe are become a salmon. Those are the eggs, and those eggs are so full of nutrition as well. We talked before about the organs, so whether that's heart, liver, kidney, we've got recipes inside of the group to do so. Inside of our 21 recipe guide and 7-day meal planner, those are all in there as well. And then of course eggs. So for most of the challenge, Jim, I would have, say, a piece of salmon in the for lunchtime, and then maybe a half dozen eggs for dinner. What I found is that I wasn't really that hungry because these foods are so nourishing, so healing, contain all the nutrients that the body needs. Towards the end of the challenge, I wasn't even eating that much. All the fat that was in my body that I had accumulated from a summertime of eating too much fruit and maybe a little too many gluten-free pancakes from time to time. Again, this helps to kind of clear all that stuff out, to break those food addictions. And we had so much success with everybody who went through it on the last one.
That's really cool. So you said that this is kind of like a precursor, the 7 days of the supplements, and then you go into actually the challenge. How does that look after we go through the 7 days? How do you continue after that, like the after?
You've made it to Chiro Hustle Live. Sit back and learn from the greatest influencers in the profession. This week's episode is brought to you by Clothes for Chiro, Posture Screen, Chiro Thin, Imaging Services, Zingit Solutions, Chiro Moguls, Rhino Coaching, Local Gold, Dr. Peter Goldman's Zone School of Healing, Go Get Talks, Mahalo Wellness, 5-Star Management, The Goodman Factor, Chiro Health USA, and Fit to Lift. Let's hustle.
Well, preferably, and that's a great question. So, and we talk about this during the challenge and some of our videos that we do daily, is that you're right. How do we extend this into the future? Well, I am the paleo cardiologist. That is the name of my book. That is the type of diet that I follow, using the wisdom of our ancestors, the food of our ancestors. And I've got a beautiful pyramid on our website and in my book about the foods that we should be eating. So now that you break the challenge, you can break it with a greens drink or a salad for lunch, and get back into salads and avocados and coconuts and olives, nuts and seeds. The one thing I would definitely hold off on is fruit, because again, fruit is sugar, and then sugar begets other sugar. So as long as we can avoid the fruit, I think we're good. So we stick on those paleo foods and we do very well. And then we're prepared for a few weeks later. We can go back into carnivore. We can go into a week of vegan if we wanted to, where we're just eating the green leafy vegetables and nuts and seeds, as I said. But it's really about, it's a personal challenge to everybody. But it's not for me, it's for you. It's for the individual person who's doing the challenge. So however you want to do the challenge is kind of up to you. Some people want to incorporate a little bit of leafy greens. Some people want to incorporate during the challenge to eat a little bit of avocado. Again, it's not for me, it's for you, how you want to do it. I know how I did it. So whatever works for the individual. But again, the idea is that after that week, you feel so good, you look so good, you're really aware of some of these foods that you really don't need. And then, Jim, the other thing is that the cost factor, again, of what I said, if someone's eating a pound of free-range grass-fed ground beef, if they're having a half a dozen eggs on a daily basis, and even a can of sardines, if you will, that whole thing, right there is less than $15 a day. So it really becomes a very affordable proposition for people as well.
So I know a lot of people are on the kick of, around the holidays especially, eating sweets, and they're into comfort foods like chips and salsa, and it's like, that they're so like inundated with pizza. They're so like inundated with like the comfort foods of tacos. And what do you have like as advice for people that really feel like they can't escape these types of foods?
Well, I mean, it's the good old-fashioned willpower. It's a tough time of year, but Jim, as a cardiologist, it's really important for me to get this message out there, because holiday season is a time when a lot of people die. The stress of the holidays, family, coming in town or preparing for, cooking for everybody or entertaining everybody. It's a very, very stressful time of year, and that's why heart attacks are so common during again, the Christmas season. So I want people to understand that the foods that they're eating really play a big part in their overall health. And obviously, if they're eating healthy foods, number one, they'll be less likely to be stressed out. Number two, they will suffer less consequences from that stress. But what's nice about this challenge when you're participating in it starting on Monday, December 2nd, is that now we've got kind of like that window. It's like Thanksgiving just happened, and my theme for Thanksgiving, or my motto for Thanksgiving, is more turkey, less stuffing. And the stuffing, of course, is gluten-free, and so is the pecan pie. And everybody's going to indulge and do their thing. But come Monday morning, now they're going to go into carnivore. And this week was chosen because it's kind of before the holiday parties come into full swing, or before the kids go on winter break, or before all the relatives come in from out of town, and before Christmas. So this is kind of like your 1 week window to really take your health back. And then hopefully that'll springboard you into the holiday season of just being more cognizant of the foods that we're eating, the alcohol that people would be drinking. Try and make smart choices.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think a lot of times when people get into the swing, especially in November, December, they start becoming a little bit more sedentary. The seasons start to change. The daylight savings time starts to kick in. It gets darker earlier. So I think that people have a lot less motivation to take care of themselves because the seasons are a little bit colder and they are into the comfort foods. So they're cooking big, like batches of whatever they're fixing for themselves. And when it's cold outside, what people like to do is sit around and eat. So this could be a real good trigger for people to understand that you can still get full. You can still have a good quality of diet, but it doesn't have to be, you don't have to eat for sedation. You don't have to eat for, the idea that we're just going to sit around and munch and snack all day. I think so many times when people are going into this lifestyle of like the seasons changing, they want to look good for the summer. So they start working out as it gets to be spring. But when it comes to winter, that's when people, like you said, they sit around with the holidays and they have maybe one or two too many cocktails. They maybe pass the cookie tray around one or too many times. And before you know it, they're like, well, what can I do to reboot my weight loss? And I think this is a really cool program. I look forward to jumping into it and joining you on the journey starting December 2nd and being one of your success stories on this program.
Yeah, no, thank you, Jim. And listen, for anybody who's listening now and in the future, if you want to get in on the January 6th challenge, I know I gave you a link to use for that. And then, if we got that, that link. So we'd love for anybody to join us on the January 6th one right after New Year's. We'll give you a few days leeway to kind of get ready for this, to start prepping for it. We'll send you out the supplements. We'll get you the health coaching call. We'll get you all the recipes. We'll get you all the links if you want to buy stuff online, or we'll show you how you can secure the foods locally as well. And again, it's just it's a super easy way. It's, and it just. We spend so much of our time thinking about food, preparing the food. We can really make this super, super easy. And again, very affordable as well, because as you're eating these very calorie dense foods, a little bit goes a very long way.
Yeah. And the thing that you said there that really gets me excited is actually doing it with a group of people. So it sounds like there's some accountability and some team building and some, some cooperation with other people along the journey as well.
Yeah, and I think that's really what's amazing. And I know that you and I, are together in, in the inner circle of Dr. Ed Osborne's group. And again, the recent event we were at, it was sure there was talk about marketing, and sure there was talk about how to get our message out there to the world. But so much of it was really the camaraderie and the team building of the stuff that we did. And I think that is so helpful inside of this group, where the people have the same issues, they have the same challenges that we all face. And now you got like this little tight-knit circle of people that are just in there for the same reason, to get healthy, to get well, to do it the right way. And again, I've got so many testimonials, written video testimonials from the first challenge. And that's what people love. They all said they lost weight. They all said they felt great, but they all said the favorite thing about the challenge was the camaraderie and the support of what we were doing. And I love that, because my wife and I are all about creating community. We're all about creating that tribe of like-minded people.
Well, cool. I'm going to start promoting. So if you guys want to jump in with one of these challenges, the link is up there in the description. Click on that link. It says click here, and it's a 7-day carnivore challenge. I'm going to call and set up my discovery call with your team, so I can actually get like the full experience of working with you and the Wolfson family and see what this whole product line is about, and to just really immerse myself and go through each step of the way and make a healthier version of myself with your help. So I appreciate you jumping on with me today. Is there anything we didn't discuss with our group today that you would like to share with people?
Well, listen, Jim, you're doing such a great job of promoting chiropractic, and I know you like to say that you're the biggest promoter of chiropractic who's outside of the profession. So I'll take the mantle of the second biggest promoter of chiropractic, although I was on CNN talking about chiropractic. So Jim, until you hit CNN with Aaron Burnett talking about chiropractic, I'm gonna give you a run for your money. But listen, I want to keep people like you as healthy as possible. That is my goal, to keep the good people around, to keep sharing that message.
Awesome, brother. Well, I thank you for doing what you do and stepping forward and making an impact with every asset you have. And it's really cool to hear that you're on CNN. So I'll have to look up that clip, or maybe you can send it to me and I'll have a look at it. But I appreciate you jumping on with me today and talking about the 7-day carnivore challenge. And I just can't say enough about what you're contributing to everyone's life, and what you see in me is what you'll get. And I just really think that it's really cool to support each other. And once again, I'm going to close out here from Denver, Colorado, and I'll let you go on your day from Carbondale, Colorado. So we're both in the Mile High State today. And by the way, thank you, Dr. Ed, for bringing us together. It's been a real honor to get to know Dr. Jack, and it was real fun up there in Victoria with you. So appreciate that too. We did an interview up there. If you guys go into Facebook and you search Jim Chester, Jack Wolfson, you can see the interview from up there in Victoria as well. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out, and I appreciate you being on with me today. Okay.
Thanks so much, Jim.
Thanks, Jack.
Thank you for listening to Chiro Hustle Live. Don't forget to subscribe and check back next week to continue hustling.